Hi everyone and welcome to Calm Creations Flosstube. My name is Tia. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I haven't been on for since last year, the end of last year, but today I thought I would hop on and do a little bit of a craft update, what I've been doing since I saw you all last. There's been a few bits and pieces, so let's get into it. I've been doing a varied amount of crafting, from crochet, knitting, quilting, teaching myself how to paint with watercolours, drawing and doodling, and my latest craze would be adult colouring. So I thought I would show you what I've been doing. So last year with the Fat Quarter Shop, I am making a quilt for, well, not for them, but they send all the supplies and we make the quilt. So I got chosen to do one of their patterns, so I won't show you the pattern, I'll just show you the quilt top. So that's all finished. I haven't sandwiched it and quilted it yet, but I will do that, but I'll just show you part of it. So this is the quilt top, and the fabric that I used is a 10-inch charm pack Denim and Daisies, and it's by Joanna Figueroa for Fig Tree and Co for Moda, but it's all blues and navies and mustards, and so that's nearly finished, and it'll be we had to have our photos submitted yesterday, and it'll be up on the blog I think maybe next week, she said, but that's all done and ready to be quilted. I haven't done any other sewing other than that. I want to make Spencer a little strap that goes over his seatbelt, because he, not a strapper, a cover, because he's gone into a booster seat now, and it cuts in around his neck. So that's the other thing I want to make, is just a little rectangle that folds over and goes on his seatbelt. So I have got some fabric for that. Let me show you. That'll be a very, very quick project. So I've got two. Hang on, where did the other one go? Where did I put it? Anyway, it'll be Minecraft fabric. So, because he's obsessed with Minecraft. So that's my sewing. He started school on Tuesday, so I'll show you a photo. Look, can't believe he's gone to school. So he's coming home very grumpy, you know, having to use all that brain power. Right, what else? Let's show you some sketchbooks. And so for Christmas, from one of my girls, I got this square cold pressed 100% cotton watercolor sketchbook, and it is just beautiful. So I got a book as well. Let me show you the book. I thought I was more organised. DIY watercolour flowers. So, and it shows you all the mixing, all the techniques, all the different styles you can do. So this is a great book, and in it I've done this one. Yeah, I'm sure it was this one. Some lavender. So I had a go at doing lavender because that seemed the easiest to do. Use my little sprigs of lavender, which are very cute, and this paper is beautiful. Oh, and then I did some jellyfish. So just learning about blending and how the watercolours sit on the paper and making a mess. I'm good at doing that. So that's that one. Let's try that again. This one is the one that is dedicated to those drawings and paintings. I will link her channel down below. These are the details of the sketchbook. So her name is Tracy Telgan Art, and she's on YouTube. So that's the first one. And she did some trees and a little garden shed. And then a Valentine tree and another garden house. And then last night I just sat in front of the TV and sketched out some of the other ones she's done. So they're all ready to paint. There's a lighthouse, and that was called Tiny Home. Tiny Home. But mine's not tiny. Well, it is small, but so these are all ready to paint when I'm ready to go. So I just sat there and drew a whole bunch of those. So that is that book. And then this one was just a random playbook. So, and I did some wildflowers. Why I did this one in here was I wanted to do a wash of colour in the background, and that was still, the other one was still drying, so I had to do a new one. So that was yesterday's little bit. And then, so that's my watercolour. Let's move all those out the way. And then these two are for, this one is like neurographic art, and this is just a Kmart sketchbook, and I did the cover using a Sharpie, I think. So that's the cover. And then that one. Orange is my favourite colour, if you didn't know. Just FYI. And then I did, that was using alcohol markers. And a graphite pencil, I think, and maybe a Sharpie. And then that one, just a rainbow wash of colours. And then that one, now these are following Andrea Nelson art, some of them. She's done this one, and I think Rachel Doodles are the other ones. So that's all I've done in there. And then this one is going to be for all Zentangles and doodles for that type. So all I've done is the front inside cover, and I've sketched out my next one, which is going to be a treble clef. I need to make it a bit, I had to draw it in there before I forgot. So that is all of my drawing and painting. Put those over there. What's next? Let's get into the colouring. So in here I have the 132 set of Prismacolor pencils. I've had them for years and years and years, and they've just sat in the tin, used very rarely. So I've been using them, which is great. I'll show you the insides. I got this off Amazon, it's brilliant. So I've got them all in here, as you can see, not used. And then that's the swatch chart that I did. That's a free download on the Prismacolor website. So that is that. Because in the tin it had these plastic trays, and you had to lift out all the trays and find the colour you wanted, and then I thought, oh, maybe if I tip them all into the tin they'll be easier, but no, they weren't. So I bought this pencil case from Amazon. So that's that. Now, the only colouring books that I have are Johanna Basford ones. I've got 8 or 9, I think, and they're the ones that I've added to this notebook to track what I'm doing. So I'll show you the notebook soon, but I'll show you in here what I've been colouring and what I've finished. So the first one is Small Victories. I love this little book, it's so very, very cute. And then I did that page. So that was fun to do. I did the bottom one first and then did the top one. And then I've added some white highlights in there with a Posca pen. So that's that one. Magical Worlds. I've started this one now because, you know, we've all been colouring since we were little. I'm still learning about shading and blending and highlights, and so what I've been doing is following along with YouTubers. Did you know there's a whole community of colourists on YouTube? It's just out of this world, and they are amazing. So I've been following along with some of them and learning and teaching myself the skills and techniques. So the first one I'll show you is Magical Worlds, and it's a Christmas page. Well, I've turned it into a Christmas page. It could be any sort of Candyland. Some of the ones I've seen is rainbows and, you know, all bright colours, but I was inspired to do Christmas. Let me see if I can take you down a bit. Not that way, that way. So this one was from a picture that I found on Pinterest, and I've just been copying, you know, the colours and learning how to do it. So that one is currently a whip. Haven't got too, well, still got a bit to go. I can't figure out how to make gingerbread colour with my pencil, so that's something I'm learning how to do. So that's that one. The next one is Rooms of Wonder. Now this is my favourite, I think. My favourite book. Okay, so this one here, don't get back out a bit, just a smidge, there we go. Is that okay? Yeah. Now this one I did, well, I finished it on the 29th of December, but I challenged myself to use only 5 colours, which was heaps of fun. And then I drew in the shelves, because that's how it looks without anything done on it. So I drew in the shelves, so they're all sitting on a shelf. Now this page here, I don't know whether I'm going to do it the same as in a maybe a 5 colour. I'm not sure. So that's that one. I really enjoyed that. And then this one here is, I've been following along with someone on YouTube. Is it Marit's Colouring Journey? I can't remember. Hang on, I'll see if I put it in here. I'm sure it's pretty sure it is, yeah, Marit's Colourful Adventures on YouTube. So that one there, I'm just up to doing the backgrounds. That one there was, the background of that one was done with watercolour, and it sort of warped my paper a little bit. I didn't have a lot of water, but I used a colourless blender pen and it didn't like the paper, but when I tested it on another page it was fine. But anyway, so this one is soft pastels, which is what I'm going to do for the rest of them. So I just drew in a circle with a template to do the background, but that one was heaps of fun to do, especially learning and watching someone else do it and then learning the skills. So that's that one. This is Secret Garden. This was the first book I ever got, and I've only done half of one page, which is this one. So all the background is done, and I just need to colour in all those bazillion flowers. But this is a nice bright colourful page. So it's all done with Prismacolor. So that is that one. Now this one here I bought from an op shop, $2, and it was pre-loved, so there were a couple of pages in it that had been started. One I've managed to salvage and colour. The other one was done in gel pens, and I don't think it'll be salvageable for how I do it. So this one here, so it had been started, and this is just a learning curve. I mean, I've made a mess over here, and the arrows were done in like a bright red gel pen, and they just couldn't be saved. And this was following along with a picture that I saw, so using the same sort of colours. So that's that one, but as you can find see if I can find it. That one there, so that's what they'd already done. It's got a bit of sparkle. So that was, I maybe could carry on with gel pen. I don't know how to fix that, but you know, I could possibly save it, who knows. But this will be my book for practicing and testing, and I've started over here because it's mirror imaged. There's a few different elements. So you've got the deer, this one's got an owl, and I think there's something else. Is there a mouse or something? Oh yeah, a little mouse. But otherwise they're symmetrical. So that is my colouring. So, and I've started a dot journal just to track it all. I was going to start a new YouTube channel, but that was just way too much work, and I didn't have the energy, and so any colouring I do will be shared here. So this is the notebook that goes with my colouring, and it's Life in a Rainbow, I've called it, and I drew these little flowers using one of Johanna Basford's books. Was it 30 Days of Creativity or Pinky Wonderlands? I can't remember. And it's got my colouring book collection, it's got my goals, YouTube colorists, my statistics, my January, completed pages, so I finished 3 pages in January, my tracker for when I'm colouring, and then I'm all ready for February. So that is that. Right, that's all the colouring. Now, what else have I been doing? I'll show you a bit of knitting and crochet. So this here is a book. Hang on, we'll take you back out again. Which way do we go? That way. Oh, the sun's starting to come through. One of the girls at my husband's work is having a baby, and so I thought I would make her a set, a little bonnet and a cardigan and a blanket. So I'm making this set that's on the cover, which is, find it, and she's having a girl, so that's the beginning of the pattern, and then that's a peacock edge, and then when it's folded like that, it gives that little scalloped scalloped look. So that's how that's coming along. And I'm using Baby Dreamtime Merino. It's very important with babies, especially newborns, to use pure wool, not acrylic. So that is my knitting. And then I'm making a blanket. What's that attached to? It's attached to that one. So this is going to be, this is crocheted, it's going to be a gingham blanket. Look at all these horrible tails I've got to sew in. Using Lion brand Feels Like Butter. Now this is so soft, it's beautiful. That one, and these are the colours I'm using. And the white. So that's probably the length I'll go. That's about 36 inches. It goes right across my mat. So this is so soft. So that's my knitting and crochet, and this is a corner to corner blanket, and then I'll add the next row. Okay, so that's my knitting and crochet. Now, what else have we got? At the beginning of every year, I always get inspired to do everything and start everything and finish everything, and so I've made a conscious decision this year to finish some things. I say this every year, but so far so good. And I pulled out the 52 tags challenge, which was done by Anne Brooks on YouTube at the beginning of COVID in 2020, and everybody jumped on board, and I was a year late to the party, and made the tags. So in here I have all bits that I'm using for this challenge. So here's my tags so far. Some of them are on YouTube that I've already put on there, and so much fun trying all the different techniques and following the challenges. So that was white, week 1. Week 2 was a heart. Week 3 was scrappy, and we learned how to do these little pieces. Anyway, that was really fun. What was that? Week 4 was fly stitch. Week 5 was kisses. Week 6 was buttons, I think, yeah. And then 14th of February 2023, that's where I stopped. And then fast forward to 2025, we have hexagons. Now these are done with a circle, and then yeah, so 13th of January 2025. This was bullion knots and pistol stitch. And then this one was gift, I think. Bits and pieces and a gift. So that's my little fabric covered dangle that I got from Diane at Corinne's retreat, and then some scrappy bits that were left over from the quilt from the Fat Quarter Shop. Suffolk Puff or Yo-Yo, I think that one was. Week 10, Suffolk Puff and Lace. And I just added a little bit of fly stitch down the side. And then this one was circles. No, it wasn't. Was it blanket stitch? Oh no, circles. This was given to me in a swap that I did with Christina Creates, and it was part of the pack that she sent me. And very quick and easy that tag was. And we're still in January and I'm still going. This one was blanket stitch. So we had to draw or use a circle. No, it was just blanket stitch, but I thought I'd do some circles and stitch blanket stitch in a circle. So I did that. And this one was layers. So there's about 10 different pieces of fabric layered on this tag. And then I just sewed on a little button that matched it. And then this one was, what was this one? Pocket, treasure and inspiration from a place I want to visit. Now, oh, there's the pocket there. It's not inspired by somewhere I want to visit, but the other prompts were met. So I've got to find something to put in the pocket. Maybe I could make a little postcard of somewhere I want to go. And then this one was tiny landscape. So I did a nighttime scene, and the little moon eye, it was a circle sequin, and I just cut out the shape of the crescent, stitched on some circles for stars, and I've used silver thread to highlight the mountains and a little fence. And that is where I'm up to. So that was week 15. Now week 16 is seed stitch. So this is where I'm up to. This one we had to draw the circles. So we had to draw some circles on our bit of fabric and seed stitch around the outside, so not going into the circles. So I did about, I don't know, 10 or 15 seed stitches there and got fed up. So I put it away and I thought this will be a good one for minder stitching when I'm sitting in front of the telly or something. So that's that one, ready to go. But I think that's about it. I think I've shown you everything I've been doing and not doing. So I'm going to try and film again soon if I've got an update of anything, but with the projects that I've shown today I will break them down into individual videos. I won't do the big mass show and tell like this one, but it's only because it's been so long and it was the easiest way to do it. So next time I might sit down and do some watercolouring with you, or do a bit of crochet, or something like that. And I definitely want to finish those tags because they're very cute, they're very quick and easy. You know, if I aim to do a couple a week, then you know we'll get there. So all the videos for those are on Anne's channel. So yeah, if it's something you want to have a go at, and very quick easy projects using scraps, you don't have to, you know, buy anything for it. It's stuff that we've all already got, and yeah, it's just and a good way to learn new things. So I will leave it at that for today. Look at that sun beaming in. It's going to be another hot day and I've got to go to work. So thank you very much for joining me. It's been good to see you all again, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you. Bye.